Is Brian Shaw being coached away from what his body naturally wants to do on the arm wrestling table?
Let's get savage.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Savage Arm Wrestling. Nature versus nurture. For arm wrestling, this comes up every now and then, especially when you get new athletes joining your team. And I really want to ping out a little bit on this because what I'm seeing with Brian Shaw right now is something very similar to happen to Larry Wills. And it comes down to the concept of nature versus nurture. Do you let the athlete develop naturally for what they feel is the best for them or where they naturally move their body towards? Or do you guide them in a different direction because it's what's perceived to be better, safer, as a starter? And it's a real ongoing question. So Brian Shaw has been coached by a couple of amazing top-level athletes. He's worked with Devin Larratt, and again, he's being taught outside movement. He's worked with Derek Smith, outside movement. None of them really have pulled him in to what his body naturally wants to do. You can see in a couple of clips here where Brian Shaw is arm wrestling, not with them, but with some other athletes, and his body moves forward and he commits and goes into a press. He arm wrestles with the Beast, and again, he pulls around with him a little bit, and then he moves forward into a press and he commits and drives down. Now, it's easy and it's known. Brian Shaw is one of the strongest pressers in the world, bar none. He can bench press for reps 530 pounds. He is a monster. And a lot of his strength comes from that portions of his body. He has a massively strong chest. He has an incredible shoulder strength. His body naturally wants to use those muscles. Now, do we let him develop that? Do we guide him in that direction? We coach him. They teach him, to be safe with those movements. Or as an arm wrestling community, are they pulling him away from it and pushing him more towards the top row route? Because that's what's better for him because he has those long levers. It's debatable. It's a questionable. But I do have something that I would like to see. So I know that Brian's already being pulled in multiple directions, different coaches, but there is someone I would like to see him work with, and that is an athlete who is known for the press and who trains the press amazingly well, and that is Kamil Jablonski. Kamil Jablonski commits to the press like no other, and he can hit inside, he can flop press, and he trains it extremely well and professionally with an arm wrestling table. I would like to see a little bit of that training style being given to Brian Shaw. Let Brian kind of develop what he wants to do, where he wants to go, but guide him for safety, Make sure that he is going into it correctly. Make sure that he develops those muscles and those tendons and ligaments that need to be developed. It will take time, but when he develops them, he's going to be unstoppable. He is going to be unstoppable. That press will demolish people with the amount of power and leverage that he has. Now, you give me your opinion. Do you think that athletes should be nurtured in the beginning, or should they just be allowed to naturally develop where they want to? Naturally go into the top roll, or naturally go into a hook, or even a press? You guys let me know what you think. I kind of stand on the natural side. Let the athlete move where they want to move, and you guide them and give them the perspectives so they stay as safe as they can. I can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. Stay savage.